Yes, family tree. Yes, family tree. I hope you lot are all good. You know, let me see your moon faces, your black flags. It's just my little symbol, you know. Boy, it's a new day. Happy new day. Happy new day. It's a new day. It's a Monday. It's Monday, the 13th of January, 2020. And this week we're going to be reading from The Guardian. And I can tell you already, like, it's going to be a lot better. Simply because it's a much better website, you know? Way better website. I still got sleepy face. So bear with me while I put the kettle on. Yeah. And get some of this chamomile tea down me. Some cup of cha. Yeah. Sorry. One second. Yeah. And where's this thing? Let me play that beat again. You know, I'm in love with that beat. It's just got a vibe to it. So what I would say, family, is get rid of your kettles, man. Get rid of your kettles. Yeah? Get you one of these bad boys, man. Your teapot. Yeah? The filaments and that in those kettles, man. Ugh. It makes your tea taste like shit. All that limestone and that. Salute, man. But what, brother?
Salute, man. Salute.
Yeah, bear with me, man. Just getting myself a bit of chamomile tea, you know?
Yeah, I just made my tea. Yeah.
Important. You have a good sleep?
Nah, I had the worst of sleep, man.
It was nice, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't even have a spliff this morning. I didn't have a spliff before I went to bed.
You say you had a spliff this morning?
No, I said I haven't even smoked.
Okay, yeah. So is that usual? You usually smoke in the morning?
I usually smoke before I go to bed, so that's why I'm like up all night, everything. Rolling around, kicking the blanket off. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm fighting, bro. I'm fighting.
Fighting. Yeah, I do that. Listen, I'm having shit sleeps at the moment, but I'm just trying to push through, you know? Ideally, I'm trying to get to the gym today, man. Oh, shit. I've run out of honey. Oh. Hold on. Yeah. I need to step my honey game up, man. I've got this cheap ass stuff, man. I doubt this is even real honey.
What you mean? Huh? So instead of using sugar in that, you just use lime and honey, yeah? Now, instead of the sugar in that, you just use the honey, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't do sugar still. You know what I mean?
No, that's good.
Sugar, sweet enough as I am. Right.
Yeah, I'm in a happy mood today, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any plans for the week? What's your plans for the week, bro?
I want to get a new job, bro. Yeah. I know that's stupid, but get me. No one wants to go on the plantation again. I'm missing it.
You want to go there?
Back on the plantation again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man.
Yo, Rambo, man. You need a business plan, brother.
Exactly.
You've got to start working for these cunts.
Yourself, get me.
Yeah, man. You need a business plan, my brother. Or, one thing I say to people, yeah, is if you don't have the idea, yeah, or you don't, if you don't have the idea or the drive, yeah, there's no shame in seeing somebody else that does and saying, look, I'll help you, yeah, as long as I can get paid. There's no shame in that. I think some of us need to do that as well. We need to help and find a way to eat with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what, bro? It happens morely. I need some work for morely during the days, you understand, during the weeks. Because I could always do a man's dance. I'm a security, you understand. I could always hold the door and everything and help out that way. But bro, I just need something to cover me during the week, bro. You understand? Like I need even you're right though, Jed, you're right. You're right. You can always jump on somebody else's thing and support them. It's for real. Yo, can you hear me? Yo. Yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Like up the show. Yeah, man, big up everybody. Let me say hello to Susan White, Chevelle, O Revolve, Fred Cole, big up. Big up everybody. Have a happy new day. Motive Monday. What's your motives? What's your plans today? Yeah, I'm just waiting for my brother to jump back on, and we could start the newsreel, the news hour. Big up everybody inside. Hit up the likes, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Pass it on. Let people know we're about. Yeah, man. Big up everybody inside. Yeah, man. Big up everybody. C.A. Levy, big up yourself. Fred Cole, Saif Ali, Cheville, big up yourself, sister. Yeah, man. Just wait for my brother to come back, and we could start the show. Get me? So hit up the likes, people.
Yeah, my bad, man. So my electric died.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We got no long thing. Welcome, Chevelle. Big up yourself, C.A. Levy. Safe Ali. Sida honey is better. Yeah, I need some good honey, man. But it's expensive, right? I could imagine. Big up man like Fred Cole, man. Manuka honey. That's like the gold of honey, in it. Like that's the top honey, right?
Yeah, the Elector.
The elixir. Olivo, big up yourself. Saramanda White, big up your chest. And like, yeah, man, let's just get into this because it's just real quick. Blah, 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 blah. All right, one sec. Let me get to this site. Oh, the Guardian website is so much better, man. Fucking hell. So less confusing. So much better. So much better. So this is going to be good. Right. So yeah, like I said, happy new day to you and yours. You know what I mean? Hope you have a productive week. We're going to get onto Motivational Monday. But I need to go gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm tired. I'm knackered. I'm fucking going there. That's my kettle calling me. My baby. Listen to her sing. Yeah?
Go on,
Listen to her sing a listen to her sing a song. You hear me? Yeah.
Right.
Singing. Nice. I love that sound. That's
fucking hell, what a classic.
Old school, innit? That's what I'm saying, man.
I bet that boils your water better than the kettle does.
Bro,
like,
110%, bro. Yeah, 110%. Tastes so much better. You get me? Yeah, man. It's my teapot. You get me? Yeah.
Man killed it, you know. Man's got the classic back. That
classic. The whistler in the morning, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's part of the show. You get me?
Yeah, bro. That was the original Milo and Ovaltine days, but
wow. Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah. So let me just stir this up, man. I know I'm delaying, bro. I'm gonna be ready next time. Yeah, I was just like online looking at stuff. So yeah, man. A lot of subscribers come in the last week or so, last 2 weeks, nearly 100 subscribers, and I'm hoping to keep that momentum up, trying to get to 1,000. So guys and girls, if you got 2 accounts, subscribe to me on both accounts, man. You know what I mean? Subscribe to me on all the accounts you got, bro. You don't have to put your notifications on all of them, but yeah, hit me up. Suggest me to a friend. If you tune in every day, yeah, to like one of my shows or anything I do, if you tune in every day, if we're rocking with each other like that, do me a favor, please just take a little time out just to suggest me to someone that might like what you're into or might like the show, might like the concepts. Do you know what I mean? And like also just keep sharing the videos to people, put up on your YouTubes, put the links up on your little YouTube things, put up on your Instagram, your Twitter, your WhatsApp groups and your WhatsApp status. Just show some love, please. I'm asking, like, you don't owe me nothing, but it's like an exchange, innit? You know, it's like an exchange. I can put out more content for people like you, and you can help me by just, you know, making my reach get a little bit further. And you'll see in time to come that I won't let you lock down, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to stay. And I've got a lot of ideas, and I'm trying to collaborate with some of the brothers as well. We got a few ideas. I really plan like by spring to have this channel running as a 24-hour service. So there'll be like time slots and different things going, and I'll get on other people to like, you know, run shows and stuff like that as well. But slowly, first and foremost, yeah, I need some money. Yeah, for me to, I've got all these great ideas, but I need to get some money in. So, you know what I mean? If you can find it in the bottom of your hearts to make a donation, the link is in the description. And yeah, let's do this. Well, Chevelle, can you come in today? I don't know what happened last time. Something happened and your laptop was fucking up. You want to try again? Here's the link. Make it easy for you. Manuka, a Maori word. What does Manuka mean, though, bro? Anyway, cool. Look, that's 17 minutes gone. Big up to manners and respect. Big up the panel. All right, man. Big up to all of you. Trill OG, Nash Lion, O Evolve, Carl Walker. Yeah, Memory Lane, man. Yeah, all right, let's do this, man. Let's do this. I got the co-pilot, Captain Rambo, this morning. Big ups to you, sir.
Manners and respect.
All right. Manners. All right, listen. No surprise. The first story is royal family. No surprise. Yeah. So things don't change no matter what paper you go to. This is the main thing. Prince Harry to attend crisis talks with Queen and senior royals today. Me not care. Me not care. Yeah. Iran protests and tear gas as public anger grows over aircraft downing. Right. I mean, people are upset that the plane got licked out the sky. 176 people died, and people have been protesting, and apparently they've been tear gassed. Apparently they've been,
Right.
getting treated badly. But I don't know how real it is. I really don't have a clue, like who's who, what's what. Seems a little bit propaganda-ish, if I'm honest. It feels a bit like anti-Iran information or propaganda, but I'm sure that there are going to be loads of people that were upset that the plane was hit out of the sky. So I'm not saying that this ain't genuine, but I feel like the focus on it, I'm just not really sure. Like, I'm not really sure that apparently the British ambassador from the British embassy was arrested for protesting and whatnot. And I just think that was a really dumb move. If that's true, that was a really, really stupid move.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Turkey, turbulence as breakaway parties make gains. Shout our love from space. Japanese billionaire seeks special woman for trip around the moon. No, I don't believe this. Brexit, Irish border continue. Irish border issue could land UK in court. Dementia, growing numbers of sufferers being sent to Thailand for care. Hawaii, US intelligence sharing will not be jeopardized if UK uses companies' tech. Heavy rain and cooler temperatures unlikely to end bushfire threat. That's the Australian fires.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be having Storm Brendan. Yeah, it's supposed to blow across Britain. So remember, they told us there's going to be 80 miles an hour winds today. So just bear that in mind wherever you're going. If you're traveling, check the weather in your area. Stay warm, stay safe. Do you know what I mean? What we got here? Succession. Brian Cox. I was touched up by Princess Margaret. So I'm going to look at that.
Yeah. I was touched up by Princess Margaret, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, let's have a look then. Fucking hell, come on then. If it's a long-ass interview, I'm not interested. Short attention span for bullshit today. Sorry, family. Okay. Fresh from winning a Golden Globe for his portrayal of media tycoon Logan Roy, the actor talks about class, cannabis, and an odd royal encounter. So I'm going to look for the bit where he talks about cannabis.
We all smoked cannabis when we were young.
Yeah.
Only once.
Yeah, just once. I didn't even inhale it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even inhale it. I just put it in my mouth and blew it straight back out.
I didn't even hate it. Oh yeah, I never forget that one there.
You know what I mean? Them not inhaling her. Nah, I'm not interested. Sorry. I got
Now
dig
move on.
through a lot
That
of
story
shit.
looks long, man. That story looks long.
It's just a fucking I'm not interested. Sorry. I'm just gonna keep looking through to I see something I want to see. Podcast. Why did Paul Blackburn spend 25 years in jail for a crime he didn't commit? Paul Blackburn spent a quarter of a century in a prison after being found guilty of a terrible crime. But after his conviction was squashed, he has tried in vain to get an apology. Ooh. 25 years in jail for something you didn't do, and you can't even get an apology. Oof. I think, quite honestly, I might come out of jail just to kill somebody and go back in rightfully. Do you know what I mean? I spent half my life in there anyway. So, like, what's the difference? Do you know what I mean? You've made me do 25 years anyway. I'd come out and probably kill the person that had me in jail for 25 years. I don't care who it is. Yeah, whoever's responsible for me being in jail for 25 years for something I ain't done, I might come out and kill him, and then
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Do you know what the whole Jewish, the whole Jewish, what's it called? The whole law system that is fucked up. There, you go to jail and done 25 years. That's the last sentence, Jedi. Yeah, right, bro. They could never apologize for you. Even you want that apologize. 25 years each year you have spent in there, bro. You could have earned yourself 30 grand, fam. That's dark, bro. Wow.
It's crazy,
Fucking
man.
hell, that's crazy. But just move on. But what's the
I'm,
next
man,
thing?
I'm just having a look. I'm having a gander. I've seen a couple stories that I want to touch on, but this is like, you know, football. If you're into football, Premier League, 10 talking points from the weekend's actions. Blah 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 blah. Aston Villa 1, Man City 6. Fucking hell, that's a battering, isn't it? Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the old
Even I,
shit.
even I know that's a battering. I'm not into football. That's a smacking. Fucking hell. Someone was angry. It's like one team was angry at the other. 6-1. Okay, look, I'm going to start with this story from the UK, yeah? Here we go. Abortion. Most women do not regret having procedure, study finds. Let's get into this. Captain Rambo, may I be cheeky to ask an elder of the community, my elder, can I be as cheeky to ask your stance on abortion? Is that going too far?
My no, it's not. It's not, innit? We're sharing now. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Religiously, they made a big in religiously they will say abortion is a big no. You can't do that, especially if you're Roman Catholic Christian. You know, they say that's abortion. It's against the religion, innit? But my
Mm.
sense on this year is that, boy, is a touchy one. I want to deal with things on more on a reason, not that when we reason on the logics level.
Yeah, yeah.
Abortion, they should. I think I think women should have a title for abortion, especially if they know that. Uh, I believe they should have abortion on circumstances like, you know, most people don't really want children, Jedi. So the sex thing now, I'm just saying to you, bro, like, I'm not against abortion myself personally. That's my take on it, really. Like, I don't have no qualms about it, Jedi. Tell you the truth.
You've got no qualms about it. Okay.
No.
Um, so you're saying because most people because you don't want a child, you think an abortion is a fair way to deal with the situation. Wouldn't you rather wouldn't you rather suggest adoption or something like that?
Yeah, foster caring.
Surrogacy.
Yeah, you could do that. No, I'm just saying for a woman, you know what? It would be wicked for a woman to be up here. But me personally, if a woman wants to have abortion, she can have it, Jedi. But
Yeah.
I believe that, you know what, you could have women could take you know, women could use our, you know, fucking hell. I'm just saying that this abortion thing. Then I don't know what to say, bro. Like, I'm just yeah,
All
that's
right.
wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
That's wrong.
me personally, I think abortion is sad, isn't it? And there are circumstances where it's in the best interest of the mother. It's in the best interest of the mother to have an abortion. Hold on a minute. Yo, Rambo, do me a favor. I'm just getting an important call. Yeah, I just need to take like 2 minutes. Yeah,
Cool, no problem.
chat to them. Sorry.
Yeah. So, yo, people, so like people in the comments, yeah, what's your opinion to it? I'm cool. Let me speak to my Chavez says, I'm not against abortion because some people may go through something like rape as to why they would not want to have a child. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Now, if any more people, what's your views to this subject here? Johnny Johnny says there are no black Morrises. What? But I've okay. So you the people, what's your take about abortion? Do you reckon abortion's right, wrong? What's your views? Yeah, big up to all the people, all the new listeners, and all those who've just entered the chat. Big up yourselves. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe. This is the news hour. We touch upon this story here that most women do not regret having an abortion. Study finds. So, what's your views on it, the people? Yo, Grand Rising, welcome. But he did. Yo,
What's happening, kids?
welcome, Braden. Listen, just before we kick off, yeah. See, we do this news hour, yeah. I want to ask your take, yeah. Most women do not regret having abortion. Study finds. What's your take on it, Braden?
Depends how long in after until the person doing the survey asked a question. So if it was 2 months and they asked a question, or if it was 10, 20 years down the line.
But what's your views on abortion anyway? Like, do you think?
It's a very tricky one. There's no kind of pro or against answer. It's a very muddy thing. I'm against it personally. I think there are other ways around people making these decisions, but should people have the right to choose? Well, it's just like saying, well, the thing is, if people said, if the government said, right, that we are going to bring into legislation castrating men or giving women taking the women's womb, essentially giving the vasectomy, giving the making them infertile physically, people would have a problem with it. You say, well, but they don't have a problem with women being able to essentially kill a human being, and especially with, I think there's documents and evidence of children. Now you'll have to correct me on this one, because I'm a certain women are allowed to abort a baby at something like 28 weeks or something like that, and it's been proven that at that point that women can legally abort their child, that the child has been born early before on another case and survived. Sorry, I've just been on another stream, so I'm a little bit coming into a different conversation.
Don't worry, Brady. You do know that.
No, so what? So I think it's at 28 weeks or something like that. It's been proved that a premature child, when born to a mother that wants that child, can survive and live a healthy, happy life. So essentially, it's legalized murder. That is essentially what it is. And the people that want to give people this choice are also joint enterprise in that murder. The doctors that carry this out are joint enterprise in that murder. The nurses, the whole institution on this, because it's an absolute institution when you've got 200,000 children being aborted every year. And to me, it doesn't matter if a child is aborted at 4 weeks or 28 weeks. The act is the same, because you might not have known you were pregnant at 4 weeks, but you still found out at 28 weeks you were pregnant, and you were still going to commit the same act. So when they show you pictures of
the fetus in that,
fetus at 4 weeks, and then they show you a picture of the fetus at 28 weeks, 38 weeks, I'm not sure of the numbers, but at the latest stage you can abort a child legally. For me, there's no difference in the act. It doesn't matter if you kill a 25-year-old man in his prime, if you kill a football player in his prime, a fit, young, healthy man, and you kill him at 25, or you murder him at 98 years old when he's at the end of his life, you still murdered him. You know what I mean?
Welcome, Braden. What are you talking about, Braden?
No, I was just talking about this subject about this matter, about this
Abortion.
this abortion. Yeah. So
So you're against abortion, Braden?
I'm against it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello,
okay.
Jedi. You sexy little mofo.
Well, go on. What you taking off the? Bruv, you probably got a long neck, innit? Yeah?
A long neck?
Fucking hell. Yeah, you proper necky. Fucking hell. You got some ostrich in you, man. You got some ostrich in you, definitely. But yeah, man, welcome, man. So you're gonna look through the papers with us then, yeah?
What's that, brother?
You look through the papers with us then, yeah? Tell us about the state of England and stuff.
Come through it, yeah. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
come.
man, I love that.
I've come on here for war,
Welcome.
but we'll keep it pleasant, and then I'll fire.
And then we get to the war in a minute. All right, cool. We get to the war. Come on. He's come for war. You lot watching in, hit the like button. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, somebody said just quickly, that's a quick diversion. Somebody said that the guy Deep, aka Abid, the Asian Muslim convert guy that goes to Speaker's Corner, is going at me or something like that. Can you tell me where that's happening? Who said it? Dingo Jitsu. Where is that happening? And where can I find him? Tell him to come over here. If he's watching, tell him to come jump on. Any of you lot want to come on and review the papers with us? You know, it's Jedi, Captain Rambo, and Braydum. You get me?
No, can I be introduced to KKK Bray? That's
what you wanna be introduced as what?
KKK Bray.
KKK Bray. KKK Bray, yeah. All right. What have you got? Is your cupboard made out of material?
Yeah.
Ah, do you know what I mean? So them coloured folks coming and forcing you to live like this in a shoebox.
I know.
You look like you're sleeping in a photo booth. Yeah, this is the state of Europe. Look, this was Europe, state of Europe, man. You've got the Aryan supreme white male, yeah, living in a shoebox. Yeah.
No, you know what?
The black man lives in a mansion. This is fuckeries.
This is what I mean.
Literally,
my kitchen. Jedi. This is the great.
Yeah, it's true. Literally, my kitchen is bigger than your bedroom. This is fucked.
Well, usually kitchens are bigger than bedrooms, Jedi.
Are they? Are they? Where?
Look, this is what I mean, Jedi, about the Great Replacement. This is true.
Yeah.
You have.
Do you live close to Jupiter?
You have the indigenous Englishman living in a shoebox, yet you have the invited immigrant from African descent living in a mansion. This is just evidence for my point. So you're right. You know, it's totally wrong. Absolutely wrong. I should be in that mansion. You should be in this shoebox.
You should be. But unfortunately, you ain't earned a mansion. You've earned a shoebox. How hard do you work for that shoebox?
Shoe fucking box.
This is what disability gets you, mate. You if you claim disability, then you get shoebox, bruv. You don't like, to be honest, we don't need you benefit scroungers having a bigger place. I think it's a cheat. People that pay taxpayers' money and work, yeah, they're the ones that deserve big houses. Don't you think?
I don't know where you're going with that one, because I've got work at 2:00. I unfortunately have to work. Yeah.
No problem. I'll take that back then. I'll take that back. You're not like your other Eltham resident, Jupiter.
Yeah, Jupiter.
No, but if people are not capable of working, luckily enough, we have a first world system where if you're physically or mentally not well, the state will look after you. I think that's a great thing. You know,
true.
Like we financially look after people from your background. How much money do we give to the African colonies or ex-colonies? Billions a year, billions of taxpayers' money.
That should be called repayment. Ain't that called repayment, you thieves?
Okay.
Yeah, is that not called repayment?
But you don't give a repayment. So okay, we'll use that one. So when you owe somebody,
right, in the news headlines, we're gonna get back to this, but let's get these news headlines done.
I thought so.
No. Listen, I promise you, yeah. I've only got an hour for this segment. I need to keep it short and concise. Stay around, and we're gonna get into it, yeah.
All right, mate.
We will get into it, but big up yourself. All right. So abortion is wrong for Braden. Abortion is acceptable for Rambo. I'm in the middle. Like, I feel like they are obviously special circumstances. I'm not a woman. But you know, I don't mind telling you that in my youth I've been involved in such a choice, and it's not one that I'd make again. Do you know what I mean? Or it's not one that I would agree with again. I don't think that you should take it lightly, unless there's serious health implications or they are some criminal implications to the whole act of conception. I would say if you've had sex and you've got someone pregnant, then the child, keep the child. That's what I would say, innit? Yeah, but. Because I kind of agree with Braden. That's in, if you're just doing it because it's inconvenient for you, it's not right. Do you know what I mean? And that's not me judging anybody. That's just me giving my opinion. But let's just read this real quick. Overwhelming majority of women who get an abortion do not regret the decision to undergo the procedure, according to a new study published in the academic journal Social Science and Medicine on Sunday. Researchers surveyed 667 women, funny number, across 21 states in the US multiple times over a 5-year period, tracking each woman's emotions around their decision to get an abortion. Around 95% of women indicated they believe that going through an abortion was the right decision over the course of the study. The study asked participants if they had any emotions or sadness, guilt, relief, regret, or anger or happiness over their decision. Relief was the most common emotion throughout the 5 years of the study. I'm not sure whether that's a good or bad thing. I mean, it's a pretty ambiguous story, but I'm gonna move on. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, man. How you feel about it? Sex and power. Where was the other one? There was another one I wanted to give you. Like, okay, here we go. Police reject judge's call to apologize over wrongful conviction. Evidence of Cheshire force that led to 1978 imprisonment of Paul Blackburn is absurd. Yeah. Police have refused to apologize to a man wrongly jailed for 25 years because officers lied at his trial. Even after the now retired appeal court judge who quashed the conviction told the Guardian that the force should say sorry. Cheshire Police said that while they were concerned at the wrongful jailing of Paul Blackburn, who was convicted as a teenager in 1978 for the attempted murder and sexual assault of a young boy, no apology was needed as procedures at the time of the investigation were very different. Blackburn, then in a reform school in Warrington, Cheshire, was arrested shortly after he turned 15. The only notable evidence against him was a confession he signed after 4 hours of questioning by 2 senior officers with no parent or lawyer present. The appeal court, who squashed the conviction in 2005, 2 years after Blackburn was released on license, said so he didn't even get released because he was innocent. He got released because he'd done his full term, which is just shocking. Police was released on license, said the police claim he wrote confessions unaided can now be seen to have been very untrue. After linguistic analysis showed it was littered with police jargon, almost certainly not unknown to a poorly educated teenager, the ruling said this cast doubt on other police claims. Now, what do you think about this? I mean, surely the police should apologize. I don't care if it's 25 years ago. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Who's first? Braden.
Would you not agree, Braden?
With which part of the question? It was a long one.
Surely the police should apologize for their role in getting a 15-year-old boy sent to jail for 25 years who was innocent.
Absolutely, but not just the police, the judge, the jury. If it's been proven, if it's been overwhelmingly proven, he should be compensated. Anybody that's wrongfully imprisoned, myself, I've been wrongfully imprisoned before, so I know the feeling of being wrongfully imprisoned. And I support compensation for not just them, but myself as well. If I'm in the future compensated for my wrongful imprisonment, I should donate it to the True Malati Live, and that is
please. Illuminati Live. So what did you get wrongfully imprisoned for?
I defended myself. Yeah.
So for violence.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for defending myself.
Why did you say? Well, yeah. So, but I mean, they convicted you of violence. Someone was attacking you. You defending yourself. And did you both go jail or just you?
No, somebody was about to attack me, and before they had the opportunity to attack me, I defended myself.
You smacked them.
They ended up not very well, and I ended up in prison. Yeah, but going on to the point, anybody that's proven to be wrongfully convicted, and God bless this gentleman, 25. Imagine sitting in a fucking cell for 25 years and you're wrongfully imprisoned. You should be compensated. Absolutely. Is this in the United States or the UK?
Nah, UK, bro.
UK, man. Cheshire. You know, crazy, man. All right. I mean, yeah. What you saying, Rambo? What do you think? What do you think about this?
You know what,
Rambo? Yeah.
I'm very pissed. I'm very pissed to even hear that. Like,
oh, he's cut out. Rambo's cut out. He's got a really bad connection. I don't know why this thing keeps kicking him out. But yeah, if anybody else wants to jump in, feel free. I'm just moving on to the next story. We're going to be really swift. Oh, go on then, Rambo.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. I mean, the British. You know, I've said that this youth here deserves everything. You understand? He was young, and not only that, he was taken advantage of because of his special needs, meaning that he's not educated, he didn't know wild wine, and he was fitted up. He deserves everything. You know, he deserves everything. But yeah, they fucked him up. Yeah, clean his. So what are they gonna do? Clear his convictions and everything. Like,
they're gonna clear his convictions. They didn't even free him because he was innocent. They freed him because he'd done his full term.
Exactly. They fitted him up, man. Anyway, move on from it. I think that's totally wrong and bang out of order. Yeah.
I'm just writing something down, some stuff to talk about later.
So Jedi, this news hour that you do, are you doing it selectively or with what's relevant of the day?
Do you know what? Whatever jumps out at me, if I'm honest, do you know what I mean? I encourage the people that come on the panel. You know, if there's something that they've seen in the news today that they want to bring up, something they've seen in a paper, whatever, bring it. Something in local news that you want to bring up. I'm trying to refine it. So the main thing is I don't want to do too much waffle in the beginning. I wasted 17 minutes. I want to do it in an hour. And I wasted 17 minutes just saying big up, making myself a cup of tea, taking phone calls and all kinds of shit. Now, then I wasted another 5 minutes kind of having banter with you. Do you know what I mean? But I just want to like really just get onto it so it leaves us some space to discuss the stories and look for interesting things. So what I'd ask people is, if you wake up in the morning and you do look at the news, if you're into that and you want to jump on with something that's you know, that stuck out to you, then by all means do that. Otherwise, we're just gonna go through it together. If you see anything on the screen and you're like, oh, what's that about? If I read something out and you want to go in depth, then we'll do that. Do you know what I mean? So look, there's here.
Have you not thought about potentially looking at getting funding from the Guardian or actually applying to work for the Guardian? They'd love to have you there, I'm sure.
I've not. No, I've not. I mean, I thought about writing for the Daily Mail because they are shit writers. I'm like, I could write rings around this. Right? I could bring that website up to scratch, mate, because that website is appalling. It is fucking appalling. But the Guardian's looking all right. Like, I like how they set their thing out. It's clean. It's not full of loads of spam. You think the Guardian's anti-white?
Absolutely, yeah. They're certainly not pro-white, are they?
I have no idea. I didn't know that the Guardian is anti-white.
I remember going to Knightsbridge to the Daily Mail office as well, and they share the same office with the Independent, so they're all part of the same clique.
Of course they are. They're definitely all part of the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. Just their style of writing is different, and the Daily Mail was a bit too basic, a bit too just dumb. Like, do you know what I mean? The Guardian is a bit more highbrow in the way they write. They're trying to relate more to the common man, because I remember the Guardian was like seen as a bit of a posh paper, trying to relate more to the common man. But I don't really read newspapers. I stopped reading newspapers years ago. I'm just looking for new content for my show, so I thought I'd do a daily news review. That's the only reason I'm doing it, like just for content, to be honest. And as I've got into it, I realized that loads of good speaking points come up. Do you know what I mean? And it keeps us kind of a little bit up to date with the narrative that's put in mainstream media. So that's why I'm doing it.
I'll give you this shout out, to be honest with you, because I was a bit surprised because I saw a video that you uploaded yesterday, and I had this opinion of you before until I actually listened into your show for a little while. I actually thought, and same goes for Raspect. I thought you both were. I'm not comparing you both. I'm not saying you're obviously two different independent people. I actually thought you both were not reasonable at all, and were, two idiots really. But then when I listened to both of your shows, both of you actually are reasonable and let people have their say and are willing to listen to the other person's perspective, the other person's point of view, even if they are your enemy, even if they are politically, ideologically, totally not on the same page as you. You still give them.
Rambo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
What's going on? Any of you hear me?
I can hear Bladed. Yo, you can hear me, Bladed?
I can hear you, mate. Yeah.
Can you hear Jedi?
I can hear both of you loud and clear. Yeah.
All right, cool. Jedi, can you hear me?
Jedi's gone. I think he's froze.
Yeah, I think he's froze. Hold on.
Yeah, but what I was saying, Captain, is I thought Jedi was from what I'd seen on footage of Speaker's Corner and what I'd seen of him in person at Speaker's Corner. I know I only had one conversation, but I thought it was a little bit of an antagonistic, not very nice. But I'm more than willing to accept that I was totally wrong on him, totally wrong on Jedi, and I was actually totally wrong on anti-white Steve, Speaker's Corner, doing his hit job against us ethno-nationalists. So yeah, you can get it wrong in a bad way, and you can get it wrong on a good way.
Sorry, what's this? Who's wrong about Steve?
I was wrong about Steve.
Huh? You was wrong about Steve.
Yeah.
What did you think? You thought it was a good guy, and now you think he's anti-white, yeah?
He's absolutely anti-white. When he's on footage saying that to get rid of racism, what we need is for there to be just a brown population, i.e. that means there's no white and there's no black. So it's not just anti-white; he's anti-black as well. I think he's on camera saying that. He's on camera saying that to get rid of racism, even though racism doesn't exist.
Yeah. Do you think his viewpoint is important?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think his voice is very unimportant. I don't think many people he'd ever rally many people. I don't think many organizations would want them representing him. All he does is this. Oh, I'm so smug. Oh, my name's Steve. I'm so smug. No, I'm not gay. I've got a son. I'm not gay. And calm down, Jedi. Why are you getting so wound up? And yeah, good impression, isn't it? No one cares, man. No one cares about him. Like, don't worry about him, man. Like, ethno, civic, national, who cares, man? Listen. I want to hear more people that actually stand for their own views and not just trying to stand under some other banner to join a cool club. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going to change the name in a week's time anyway. So might as well organize what you believe in first. And then come over and start giving out manifestos. Don't do all the organizing while the camera's on you, because then you look a bit silly, shuffling around. Oh, I'm FO, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Oh, we're splitting. I'm right. I'm far more right than him. Oh, it gets a bit dizzying. Do you know what I mean? It seems like the working class white man is scrambling to get involved in politics and scrambling to get involved in these social issues, but it's like they've only just started. I don't know where they've been for the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years, but it's like now the white man is getting interested in his land and what's going on, and that's because the media is spinning so much propaganda, and you've got so many hype men that are out there whipping up fucking righteous indignation. And now everyone's like, oh, I want to be involved in something. What was that, Braden? What's that? What are you sipping on there?
I'm just having hair of the dog, son.
Let's have a look. What dog whose dog, whose hair? Come on, Budweiser. Budweiser. What's that? You'll have a bud, yeah? Listen, mate, I'm not gonna lie, it's 10:10 in the morning, bro.
I got work at 2:00 as well. Yeah.
Oh, you got to get it in then. All right, cool. Let's do this. I'm gonna move to the next story. Oh no, I didn't even get to move to this story. You threw me off. Almost half of people charged with knife killings in London over the past 3 years had previously committed an offence involving a blade. The Met. Hold on. Welcome back, Rambo. Yeah, the Met charged 379 people with knife crime homicides between the start of November 2016 and the end of October last year. Of those charged, 173 or 46% had previously committed a knife offence, according to the Met data. The proportion of previous offenders charged with knife killings fell from 71% in the year to 31 October 2017 to 37% in the same period in 2018 to 2019. So basically, a load of the people that have stabbed people and killed people with knives have been involved with knives before. And I'm wondering why what are they saying? Is this to ask for tougher sanctions for those caught first-time offenders with knives? That might be a dangerous thing. I mean, it could be. They think it's a deterrent, but I'm not sure that longer sentences is actually a deterrent, because
deportation is a good deterrent.
Deportation. Well, how are you going to deport people that are born here?
DNA test. Tell us where they're from.
Okay, so are you going to get sent back to Ireland then?
Yeah, I'd have no problem with getting sent back to Ireland. Would you have a problem with getting sent back to the Congo?
Yeah, I probably would.
Why?
I probably would still. I probably wouldn't want to get sent back to the Congo, being as I'm not from the Congo.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm not from Ireland either.
Where are you from then?
I'm from here, mate. I'm from England.
Where's the rest of your family though? Come on, Brady.
You see my unwashed blonde hair, blue eyes? You see this Nordic?
Nordic. There you go, Nordic. You're Nordic. There you go, and there you have it. You're Nordic, and there you have it. You are Nordic.
Yeah, Jedi. If I show a picture of me and you, to the population of Japan, and we said, who is English and who is African? What do you think? What do you think if we asked 100 people?
I hope they would describe me as African. because I've never once claimed to be English, as
Yeah.
you well know.
Yeah,
you well know. We've had conversations. I've told you I'm not English, and you was arguing with me.
So, but do you believe if you're born somewhere? So, for example, if you have two Somalis, a married Somali couple in the back in Calais, they jump one. She's pregnant. He's got her into the back of a lorry, and they've come into England. She gives birth to this this English child who was conceived in France. Is this guy English because he was born, in your words?
I've just told you. My parents came over here, and I was conceived here, and I was born here, and I've lived here for my whole life, and I only started traveling 10 years, like less than 10 years ago. Yeah, and I'm telling you, I'm not British or English, and the reason why I'm not British or English is not just because of the way I look and because of my parents' culture, but it's because of nice Englishmen like you that don't let me forget that I'm not English. But then they get upset when I say I'm not English or British. Do you know what I mean? But you agree that if you got black skin, you can't be British, right?
Absolutely, you can have a citizenship.
Yeah, but you can't be British. If you've got black skin, hold on, wait a second. One second. If you got black skin, you can't be English or British. And if you do a crime, you should be deported back to wherever your parents come from. And if your parents are born here, then you should go back to wherever your grandparents come from, right?
If that crime is significant, yeah. If you, for example, if you get caught being a 15, 16-year-old, being a antisocial ASBO kid, yeah, you're not going to get deported. But if that crime,
what about these knife guys then? What about these knife guys we're talking about?
Yeah, if you're caught with a knife, yeah, and you're of African descent, you are going to be told in court, if you carry that knife again, we're going to give you a warning. But if you do something again, you are going to be deported. So we give you a warning. We're fair.
Okay, so that's fair. So we're
Europeans. We're fair.
You deport somebody that carries a knife twice, right?
Yeah.
What do you do to a European that carries a knife 3 times?
There's nowhere to deport a European, is there?
What do you do with them?
No, they obviously go to jail.
And then when they come out, they're just back in society.
Yeah, they're going to be punished.
So are you doing anything better for your society by letting them back in? Them back. Because basically, I thought the punishment for walking around with a knife in England was to be excluded. You don't deserve to be in England, basically.
If you're in Spain, if we have 1 million Brits in Spain.
Yeah.
If a white Englishman walks around Spain and is caught with a knife, and the judge tells him, "You do this again, you're going to be deported back to the UK."
Yeah, but you got to admit, like, if he's born in Spain, he's not going to be deported.
Yeah, but if he's born in Spain, is he going to be called Spanish, or is his parents that are clearly English going to tell him that he's Spanish? So
it's different now, then, isn't it? I'm confused.
The thing is,
it's different now. Wait. Chill out. If you've got expat parents and you get you're born in Spain and you get caught for a crime in Spain, you're not going to be deported to England.
Why not?
Because this is not how it works. You got citizenship. You are respected. I know, but this is what you're suggesting to happen, and I'm just like, this is going to be crazy because half of you fuckers would have been sent back from Australia anyway. Yeah, and
how you describe us
and South Africa. You fuckers. Yeah. Fuckers. Not all of you. The criminal element I'm talking about, fuckers. Yeah. The ones that deserve deporting, the ones that are out in foreign lands doing crimes. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just saying, I'm saying we'd get all the Australians, all the white people in Australia, should I say? I'd get them out. Yeah, I'd get them out of New Zealand. I'd get them out of New Zealand. Hold on 1 second. I get all the Europeans that are criminals out of New Zealand. Yeah, because what happened is the British policy was to extradite or to expel their criminal underclass to islands in Australia. Yeah, and what should have happened is they kept their criminals. So in South Africa as well, those with European descent that commit crimes should also be sent back to Europe. So, but what's going to happen is in England, if we do this policy in England, no doubt there's going to be a lot of you got 6% of black people over here, innit? So if we said that 1% of the 6% were criminals, let's say 2%, yeah, of the 6% of black people over here were criminals, yeah, that's still a marginal amount, yeah. Now think about all the people that you're going to have to take back from America, because that's obviously not your land, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, and the list goes on. You're going to end up with far more. Like, look at all the little peds in Thailand and that. You want them all coming back, Gary Glitter and them fuckers? You want them all coming back because they're British, coming to pollute your streets? You're not going to want that.
Jedi, just a question for you in the chat. Was the Royal Opera House built by the Aboriginals?
I have no idea.
Was the Empire State Building built by Native Americans?
No.
Was a civilization called Australia an institution, a country?
Yes, it was. Australia was a country. Of course it was. What are you talking about? It's a continent. It's a fucking continent. Australia's a fucking continent, mate. What?
There was a parliament.
They didn't need a parliament. They didn't need a parliament. They don't need a parliament in the Amazon either. They don't need a parliament. Listen, life does not need parliaments, bro. Life is life. Yeah.
So why are people literally risking their lives to go to these countries? These countries
because
descendants of British. So Australia and America, people are literally dying to get there. Let
me explain why though. It's because of the international climate that has been created, unfortunately.
Blame game.
But, at the hands of something. It's not blame game. It's accountability. And that's what you're about, right? You're asking people to be accountable. Right? So when it comes to now looking in the mirror and being like, oh, well, do you know what? To be fair, some of my European ancestors are actually responsible for this destabilization of places around the world. Now, I'm sure you don't agree with British foreign policy. Hold on. Listen to me, because I know you've had a bud or two. Yeah, I know you don't agree with British. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I'm teetotal, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you would agree that the British foreign policy has been responsible for destabilizing many international country in history. I'm sure you would agree that you would prefer the British government to focus on what's going on inland rather than concerning themselves what's going on internationally. Would you not agree with that?
Well, you asked 3 or 4 questions there whilst
asking. Still the same. It's all the same question.
Well, it was answering for me. Would you not? When you say
would you agree? Would you agree?
Would you not agree means.
Would you agree?
Absolutely not. No. The thing is, if you want to go off topic about the geopolitical sphere of Anglos, yes, the Americans, the British, the West ultimately has engaged in destabilizing countries. Yes, absolutely. But they only what these.
So you do agree?
No, I don't agree with the people doing it. I agree with the deep state doing it. Yes, but not the people. The people are against this. You can clearly see this.
So you're agreeing with me, but you're not intelligent enough to realize you're agreeing with me. I'm saying to you, listen.
I just said I agree with you, but you didn't mention it's the deep state, not the people. You're saying it's the people. The people are not engaged in this.
I'm not saying it's the people. So please listen to me. Please listen to me. Calm it down a bit, man. It's not like, I know you want to have a conversation. I'm not saying it's the people, Braden, at all. What I'm saying is, the governments. This is the word I said. Yeah, do you agree that the government's foreign policy has led to the destabilization of other regions? Yeah, and this may be one of the causes for them to leave their regions, their countries, and come over to Europe and Australia and these westernized places to seek economic and political asylum.
I understand the question, and what I would say in some cases, yes, but what you have in other cases, you have many immigrants that come into the United Kingdom, come into Australia, come into the Americas, come into the Anglosphere, come into the West, that are not having civil wars, that are not having wars that the West have engaged in. I'll give you one example. I was chatting to a guy at work the other day that's from Slovakia. We've not gone to war with them. I was chatting to another guy the other day from Indonesia. We've not gone to war to them. So even when you don't go to war or cause wars in these countries, people still have to push pull factor with coming to the West. Why? Because of obvious reasons.
Sorry.
We
Can
are
I
more,
ask you a question? Can I ask you a
economically
question?
powerful.
It's not about war. This ain't about war. I think you need to be a little bit more savvy when it comes to your geopolitics. This is not about. It's not always about war. War does play a part, but the social engineering and the foreign policies of the West are far more intricate and can be far more subtle than just straight all-out war. So, like, you got to kind of like honestly analyze the playing field when it comes to international foreign policy and see that it can come down to sanctions, it can come down to embargoes, it can come down to certain policies that you have in terms of travel, visas, stuff like this. Also comes down to things like the IMF, World Bank, yeah, and how they do their loaning and how they conduct their business, which is a Western institution. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just about war. You got to be a bit more savvy than that. Do you know what I mean? And you mentioned Slovakia, and I can't help wonder where Slovakia is in Africa or in Asia. Where is Slovakia? I'm not familiar with where that is. Can you tell me?
The point that
Where's Slovakia?
The point that you was
Where is Slovakia?
Yeah, it's obviously a European country.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, next communist country. An ex-communist country. But no, the point that you was making was that those from certain countries come here because we have waged war, economic war or physical war, or been involved in proxies. That's why they come, because they can't have a successful civilization and society.
The rest of the world is not left alone to their own devices. So don't be surprised.
But then when I refute it,
don't be surprised.
refute your argument.
You're not refuting it because
yes, I am.
Okay, how are you gonna refute it? Go on.
I just gave you examples. Countries of
You gave me Slovakia, yeah, which is a European country. That cannot be one. That cannot be one. Ex-communist, ex-Asian, whatever. Listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, you cannot bring up a European country and say, "Well, Europeans over here. Why are they coming over to the West? Europe is the West. So can we not use Slovakia?" You said Indonesia, and I'm saying, well, you may not have gone to war with Indonesia, but surely that some of your foreign policies, even going all the way down to the World Bank, which is a Western institution, yeah, would have to take responsibility for the economic climate internationally, yeah, because there's only about 4 countries in the world that don't. There's only about 4 countries in the world that don't owe the World Bank money and are not in debt. Yeah,
big up.
And those countries are targeted by the current governments that we have now, by way of sanctions and military threats and might. Iran is one of them. Iraq was another one of them. Libya was one of them. So we got to see that there's a pattern of the countries that don't owe money to the West, yeah, being told off and being chastised. Let's not forget about the way that Britain and America go about covertly stealing oil from countries. Yeah,
he ain't trying to hear that. He ain't trying to hear.
You don't want to hear it though. But like, look, let's move on to the next story. We're doing well. I mean, I'm gonna take this up to like another 20 minutes on these stories. Then you can put your boxing gloves on. I know you got to go by 1. I mean, I
might call in sick, to be fair.
Oh, fuck it, though.
No, I hear you, man. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not going to judge you for calling in sick, man. Who hasn't thrown a sickie, man?
True. I did a lot last year, so I can't even.
Some would argue that you throwing a sickie is let's leave it.
Well, it's a choice, isn't it? I'm not going to.
I mean, and I would advise you, mate, that taking 1 day is better to take 3 days than 1 day.
I know,
right?
Because if you do 1 day here, 1 day here, they fuck you up. So especially if you're gonna take a sick, take 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah.
Because the 1 day thing, that's how they get you, man.
Yeah, they're like, what, 1 day? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 1 day bug. You know when you say
because they do it in some kind of the way they just quickly do. They do it. The measurements of how they do 1 day is the same as it's no different from 3 days. So when they add up all your days, because it's like if you have certain time off a year, it triggers an automatic review.
Oh, is it?
So if you're going to take a day off, I'd say suggest take 2 or 3 or even 4. Because if you don't mind losing the money, taking one is just, it's not a good look. But anyway, continue, Jez, with the next story, my brother.
Yeah. What we got here? Philippines, lava gushes from Tao volcano as alert level rise. Thousands of people have been forced to flee as scientists warn of imminent eruption. So yeah, man. I mean, I got a few Filipino friends. You know, thoughts and well wishes with the Filipino people. I hope that if the volcano does erupt, that not too many people are injured or harmed. You know what I mean? There seems to be a lot of natural disasters popping off left, right,
End
and
times.
you know, yeah. What else we got here? Australia fires. Humanitarian group describe apocalyptic scenes of wildlife devastation in Kangaroo Island. You know what I mean? And this is crazy because what's happened is couple hundred years ago, I think 200 years ago, Britain decided that they didn't want their rapists, their child abusers, their thieves,
prostitutes,
and their prostitutes. They decided they didn't want none of them, so
put them all on boats.
So they put them all on boats, sent them over to Australia, killed off half the Aborigines, killed off half the Maoris, killed off all the Tasmanians and the New Zealanders, all the Polynesian islanders. Basically, was struck down with disease. The land was then fucking taken over by the European, and a couple hundred years later, they're setting fires to the outback and killing billions and billions of animals. Let's say millions of animals. Yeah, they say that it's about 1 billion animals are died, but let's say millions of animals. And it's like, this is what happens when Braden and these lot get to run their own fucking land. This is what happens. Yeah. No?
Yeah, do you know the Aboriginal population in Australia has grown under white rule?
Grown.
Oh my God! It was. So that's us coming up. So you lot did the great replacement over there then?
These are facts.
No, Braden, answer the question. Did you not do the great replacement over there?
Absolutely.
So why can't we do it in the UK then?
Oh, so you do want to do it? Listen, the difference between people of European descent, of British descent, going to Australia compared to there was no building over 2 stories in Australia. Was the Opera House in Australia? Was the Golden Gate Bridge in America built by Native Americans and built by Aboriginal?
No, it was built by immigrants.
So when
Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. So when
what are you agreeing that it was built by immigrants?
No, absolutely not. Of course it wasn't. The Golden Gate
Bridge was built by
Let's have a look.
This guy, bro.
Who was the manpower behind it?
So what you're saying is, from the countries you come from, descent-wise, from the continents, you can't build them there, but you can build them here. Isn't that a kind of slave mentality? You can't build. You can't build.
Bro, there's a difference between the manpower that actually put the structure up to who designed the structure. There's 2 different things. There is, Braden. Come on, man. You could design a building, and me, Jedi, and everyone else help construct the building. There's 2 different things. I'm not saying that they designed the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm saying it's the Irish immigrants and other immigrants that came over to America in those days that built.
So what you're saying is the Native Americans designed it, and the Irish immigrants came over and built it.
No.
So what you're saying is Europeans went over, designed it and constructed it and made it a reality.
Who designed the Statue of Liberty? Who designed the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, are we going to go on to this French swap with... So Europeans. So the French designed the Statue of Liberty and the Europeans designed the Eiffel Tower.
Do you mean the British, you mean? Not British, you mean?
No,
so once we went over to America,
let's just say Europeans. Let's just say
no. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it British, mate. Let's have it right. If you're gonna go down this ethno route, then let's have it right. The British,
not Av. You're gonna talk English properly.
Wow, you're one to talk. Shut up, you're one to talk, innit? You're a fine one to talk, innit? Keep smiling.
What we're saying as Europeans, what makes us laugh?
What you're saying is British, because you don't want half of the Europeans. You're going to get them out as well. out of this country. So let's talk.
No, but
Say it with your chest out, man.
Yeah,
2020 now.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. I have no problem with Europeans being in this country. They're literally exactly the same as us.
Now, Braden, this is where I'm gonna have to stop you because Raul Pesh and the rest of them and some of the others have said, do you know what I mean? They don't want, Romanians, and they don't want this, they don't want that. They were gonna get Pavlov out and the rest of that. So I'm getting this whole ethno-nationalist thing. You are so undecided on what you actually want to do. I suggest you go back to the drawing board, sort out your shit, and then come back to us.
No, I'm here with you now, so I can clearly make.
Okay, cool. Then let's articulate. Let's go.
All right, cool. But we're gonna get into that. Just remember, this is the news hour.
Yeah.
And Braden, I don't want you to go. I just want
I'm here. Listen, I'm just gonna quickly go and grab a shower and comb my hair and call in sick, and I'll be back on.
You
do that, bro. Go on, Jelly. At least you can run through the news.
Cool.
No,
Wendy's saying that we're not European.
Listen,
are you European, Braden?
Of course I'm European, yeah.
Wendy said you're not.
Green.
It's like saying to a Congolese man, "Are you not African?"
Is it?
Of course it
Is
is.
it?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Nigerian, are you African or are you Nigerian? He'll go,
Nigerian.
I'm an African.
Yeah, but both his parents are Nigerian, though.
You're gonna say Nigerian, man.
So it's the same. So you go, yes, I'm an Englishman and I'm part of the European diaspora.
Wendy, you and Wendy need to have this conversation, man.
No. She needs
Bray's not Irish. He said he's not Irish. Braden, you said you're not Irish, isn't it?
I'm not Irish, no.
No,
I've got Irish blood.
Pardon?
Listen to the song. Listen to the song by what's his name?
You have Irish blood. You have Irish blood. Wait, what? Wait. Braden, you have Irish blood.
I have Irish blood. Yeah.
So when I said you was Irish, you didn't.
As far as I know.
So typically, when you did go to jail for assaulting somebody, you should have been deported to Ireland.
Yeah,
based on your DNA and your Irish blood, you're not British.
I'd have no problem with being
You're not English.
Ireland. If that same policy applied for all of the black men in prison, go back to Africa, I'd happily go to Ireland.
It's true, man. It's true. But like I said, man, we're gonna have to clear out those Thailand jails with all the pedos and send them back over here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Harry Glitter needs to get on a first class plane back to live next door to you and your family. Yeah?
What's the news today? Welcome, people. Welcome. What's the news today?
What? Is that Braden or Raiden?
Oh, shut your mouth,
Braden.
Braden. He's got a serious look on his face, but
imagine.
His face.
You know how funny, man. Walk on, Radar. You good, brother?
Yeah, man. Good. Cooking up my after gym food, isn't it? What's the news today?
Yeah, we're going through it. We're going through the news, man. We're going through the news. What we got next? France, Libya, Australia. Okay, let's go back to Australia. They got an interesting story. Is it up on the screen? No, it's not. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Before you go, Brady, I just want to know how you feel about this, man. You're not in a rush to shower, are you? It's not like you, Raiden. Do you know they're calling you Braydum? How do you feel about that name?
That's cool, mate. That's cool.
Braydummy.
You're just fine.
Cool.
Braydummy, yeah. How do you feel about LGBT, Braden?
Oh, I'm definitely pro LGBT, just not in England.
Why not in England?
No, they can have it somewhere else. They should have their LGBT country where they can all do their thing, and they've got all of this oppression that they suffer. There'll be none of it because they'll have their own country. So we should carve out. The world's a big place. There's plenty of land mass.
Yeah,
Should we
so
carve out a country for the LGBT crowd?
typical European fucking thought process. The world's a big place. Let's just go and carve out something. Yeah, carve something out and give it to somebody because we got that right.
Something like the desert.
White privilege much?
Yeah.
The desert.
The desert. Put them in the desert.
Right, I'm not even going to argue with you. We're in danger of agreeing, so let me just shush. Right. Drag queen story time at Brisbane Library disrupted by right-wing student. Why would white Europeans want drag queens to read stories to their children? Oh, that's crazy. Drag queen story time at Brisbane Library disrupted by a right-wing student group. Why is it only the right wings that's got a problem with drag queens reading stories to our children? Where's the left at? Where's the guys that claim to be left? Why aren't they? This is a perfect chance for right and left to unite over something that affects our children. And yet again, the squabbling, the political squabbles, means that we are divided as people. Yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm a Australian or whatever, but we're humans, innit? And as humans, we're divided by our politics, and then we don't actually get to choose what we want for our kids. And I'm sure nobody with a sound mind wants a drag queen coming to their school and reading a story to little Johnny. Yeah, and I'm going to show you a video of what a drag queen reading a story to a child looks like, because you might just think, oh well, it's pantomime. This guy came out. I seen one where this guy comes out in the shortest, sparkly fucking gold dress you could imagine, lipstick on, eyeshadow on, and he's like, yo, this is a dress, yeah? It's not for boys, it's not for girls, it's just made for a body. And I was just like, yo, why do you need to say that to my child? Why do you need to get on stage and tell my child that if he wants to wear a dress, he can? Why? If he wants to wear a dress and you really believe if you want to wear a dress, you can, then just let him wear a dress. We don't need you coming to promote it. Why are you trying to plant seeds in people's brains? It's disgusting, man. And yeah, I'm all for people having their rights and being treated as humans, but the agenda, the transgender agenda is a tad too much. And I'm sure there's even people of the transgender community that would agree. Like, it doesn't need to be pushed like it's a fucking a fashion. If people are going to make their personal choices in the comfort of their own homes and do their thing, then they are. But I don't see why that needs to be brought to a mainstream curriculum. Like, oh, look, here's a tranny. Like, what the fuck? Why? Anyway, let me read more. Protesters from the University of Queensland Liberal National Club, endorsed by the LNP, yell at performers, leaving children in tears. A right-wing University of Queensland student group has been caught on film attacking a drag queen storytelling event at Brisbane Library. In videos posted online on Sunday, the small group of students can be heard yelling, "Drag queens are not for kids," at the event at the Brisbane Square Library on Sunday morning. The event was organised by Rainbow Families Queensland, and was hosted by two drag performers, Queenie and Diamond. What the fuck is Rainbow Families? Doesn't sound fucking good, man.
No, Braden, enlighten us.
It's Braden's people. Braden, what's going on with you white people? Braden.
One half of Veronica's, no, because look, we can't just say that because it's white people that are protesting. So you can't say what's going on with your white people. Like, I think you just be, especially when you're chatting to a man like Braden, you shouldn't be saying anything like that could be deemed as, like, be fair, innit? Not all white people are into it, innit? Like, you know what I mean? And we know that some black people are into it, some Asians are into it. You know, there's a lot of Asians that are into it.
A lot of confused people.
There's a lot of black homosexuals if you walk down and around Soho in London.
Why would you do that? What would you doing out there? What was you doing out there? Sorry, Braden.
I used to work in Soho.
I bet you did.
That comes out.
Good pay.
Weren't bad. Happy,
yeah. So, what was you doing?
Happy ending.
Right.
But the whole point of it, what I used to love being on Old Compton Street on a Saturday night, late Saturday night in Soho, about 12, 1 o'clock, what you'd have all of the Somali scumbags come into the West End to
What?
try and tip people off with
What?
their
What?
with the. Well, I'm
What'd
just
you
saying
say?
my
What?
experience.
What Somali scum? What? Sorry, I missed that bit. Who's the Somali scumbags?
I'm explaining. If you let me finish.
Yeah, I missed a bit though. I didn't hear like what you said just before the Somali scumbags.
So when I was working in Soho on Old Compton Street on a Saturday, Friday night, well, most nights, if I was working past 12 o'clock on the streets of the West End, what you'd have the Somali scumbag gangs come from the suburbs of London, and you'd have them coming in selling people paracetamols as cocaine. But what you'd have is
Did you get so close?
Man got duped. Man thought he was buying some Bombay bad boy.
This is what I love to see. Was you had those of African descent, homosexuals, holding hands, being ultra gay, and you'd have the Somali fake drug dealers looking at those of African descent homosexuals, real like tarting it up on the West End, and the disdain and disgust they would see.
You enjoyed seeing that, yeah?
I loved it.
Just a quick side question. What is it like to snort paracetamol?
That's a nose cutter. Hey, Braden.
No comment, Braden.
No comment, Braden.
Got rid of your headache, though, innit? Who said?
Different, boy.
Man said Maggie loves a reach around. What are you trying to say? That's rude.
Yo,
that's rude.
Nah,
what are you trying to say about Maggie? Nah, man, loud, drop that out, man. Come on, man.
Why is your man showing us what he's eating? What are you eating, dude?
Some gym food, and some chicken or rice. Some simple food.
Go on, give us a show of it. Is it microwaved?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Microwave, you know?
Oh, shit.
Braden, have you ever spoken to Radar before?
Nah.
No.
Raiden. If you try to say, I look like you, innit?
Raiden.
Run joke with me, innit?
No.
Is that the albino gentleman?
Get on mute.
What's up, dude? I don't know. I didn't know if that was him or not. Listen, I'm going to.
What's it, albino, you know?
Right, wait a minute. Just before, let me finish this drag queen story, and then you run off.
I've just put a link in the back chat. This is that I just found the story about that Brisbane thing. You can put it up.
Okay, all right, yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. What's your views on this, then, Base Welshman? And welcome to the chats.
It's degeneracy. It's liberalism.
Liberalism. Okay.
It's all degenerate behaviour.
It's a bit.
I mean, I've just quickly gone through the clip, and they're actually saying that these right-wing students attacked.
I saw it. Yeah, attacked. I see the language. It's fucking incredible.
So you watch this clip now. 50 seconds in, you actually see this so-called attack. They're the straightest white kids you'll ever see in your life.
Jedi is based an Englishman if he was born in England.
He'd have to determine that for himself.
If he was born in England and moved back to Wales and spent his whole life there, is he still an Englishman because he was born in London?
What do you think?
No, you know.
Blood and soil.
Well, of course, you know, if for example, if I was born on holiday somewhere, then I would have a joint citizenship.
Yeah, if you were born in Nigeria because your parents went on holiday in Nigeria or for business or whatever, and you was born in Nigeria, you would be considered a Nigerian citizen. But would you consider yourself to be Nigerian?
No, you'd have joint citizenship, wouldn't you?
Right. No, you wouldn't.
That's how it works.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
You gotta pay like I think you gotta pay like a big money to get like British citizenship in it. Because my ex, she was born in Africa, innit? And
You
she
wouldn't
didn't have
automatically-
papers, innit? She's only
You'd
got
have
like
to
a passport for
You'd
like.
have to apply for British citizenship. You wouldn't just
Mm.
automatically receive it. Because I'm a British citizen. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the other way around. I had to apply for Nigerian citizenship. I had to apply for it. I had to apply for a Nigerian passport. I got
Yeah,
it.
you do
but-
have to apply. Yeah.
I got it, but I had to apply for it. So I wasn't automatically.
But in Britain, it works out with your parents as well, doesn't it?
What do you
So
mean?
if your parents were a British citizen, you went on holiday, and you were born in Nigeria, you know, it's de facto that you've got dual citizenship.
Okay. Yeah. Well, automatically.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair dues. Fair dues. But I just. Okay.
Put this degenerate clip on, mate. Just put this degenerate clip on.
The thing is, I've just looked at the clip and I'm worried of getting a strike for using
Oh, right.
because it's Sky News Australia. So
Yeah,
I'm not gonna actually be able to use it. But I'm looking at it myself, and I'll put the link in the chat for anyone that wants to see it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, about 50 seconds, and you literally see about 6 students with like woolen tops, straight to as fuck, and they just repeat that. Drag queen.
Oh my god! I'm gonna show like clips of what it look. I'm gonna show stills, right?
Yeah,
stills. Because I actually agree with you. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is a fucking joke anyway. Yeah.
YouTube only just the sound. I think how they get you. Can't be.
No, I thought it was the other way around, but I've been hearing stuff that it's the sound and the picture. I mean, fuck's sake.
That's why a lot of people speed it up, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think you can play 5-second clips, Jedi. I'm not
even gonna bother.
Okay, but just do stills then, because you can do stills.
But here we go. So here's some stills, of the attack. The right-wing attackers. Here's the right-wing attackers, fucking hell, I'm scared. Here we go. This is the drag queen that's reading stories to the kids, and here's the attackers. You know what I mean? Fucking threatening, menacing. Ooh.
And that's all they're doing. They're chanting like lefties. They're saying drag queens and officers.
What you didn't tell me you was there, Braden? Growing your hair out of you.
You have a question for baseball, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, these attackers don't look very, very menacing at all, man. So I mean, not saying that they have to look menacing, but yeah, I noticed the language that they used. Attack. This is not an attack. Look. Tarquin is not attacking anybody, is he? Come on. Look at Tarquin.
His face out the door, so.
Tarquin's
like, on and that, then masks and that, I can understand.
Look. In the library. Oh, leave me alone. I want to read stories to children because I love children.
You
hear me? And he's like, yo, drag queens are not for kids. Like this is not for kids. Well, you're homophobic and you're an attacker and you're a right wing and you're an extremist. Like, boy, come on, look at this, man. Why are you reading stories to my son? For what? For what, bro?
Look at the drag queen there in that still. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at the face. Look at the color of it. I mean, enough to scare anyone.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's normal. And when you actually hear the story, it's honestly, you'd think a load of skinheads steamed in there and attacked.
Yeah. It's true.
I think that we should be encouraging like the youth and that to like, well, not even just the youth, even the older people. Like, we should be encouraging them to accept their natural beauty and not be like putting all these filters on pictures and all this makeup to try and make yourself look like something different. Because you got all this contortion, I think, if that's the right word, and that's where like you can make yourself look like anyone in it. And it's like people don't even look like themselves anymore in it. People are just trying to be like mirrors of celebrities and shit. People should respect their own natural beauty in it. So people like a drag queen, someone who's fucking hiding their natural self, they shouldn't have no right in the natural world.
Who the fuck is that? Is that PC Bonds?
No.
I was just going to mention it's trolling, isn't it? PC Bonds before on here. I don't. PC Barnes is a police officer when they actually do conduct themselves correctly. He's very good. He's very good.
Right, so Base, have you seen it then?
What's that?
What that fake troll was talking about?
No, I've seen the account bounce around occasionally.
No. He's saying, have you seen the video of this
Yeah.
competition?
What do you
I've
think?
seen that.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Jedi for stepping up there at all. It's his duty to. I would too. But I don't. I mean, I didn't speak to Simon, but Simon's left a video, I think it is, saying that I don't fucking exactly know, but yeah, you know what it gets like. So obviously, what Jedi was saying that they remarked about hijab, was it?
Yeah, there was
something went on. Something went on.
Women were walking across the road. 2 women walking across the road in the niqab, which is the full Islamic wear with like what some people refer to as the letterbox, because it's just like got the little piece for the eyes. They were walking across the road. This Gollum and Cracky and the other 2 ladies that they were with were leaving Speaker's Corner. As they walked past the women, Gollum pointed in the face of one of them and said, "And you say they're not oppressed? What? And they say they're not oppressed?" Yeah. And the woman jumped. They carried on walking across the road, and then they got onto. Then he went on to say something to a family, a mom, a dad with 2 small kids. I went over there,
and they were the people that we've seen on camera.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then I went over to record what's going on, and I was giving it a bit of verbal. He came to try and stand in my face, tell me to put my camera down, like he's going to do something. I put my camera down. He didn't want to do anything. It carried on across the road, and then I just decided that it was probably best to just leave him to it. The woman wouldn't leave him alone. She was on his case, and I was like, "Look, my job here is done. I'm not here to, you know what I mean? I'm not here to be doing citizen's arrest." So I left.
The thing is, Jedi, you
gave him that elbow.
It's all on camera everywhere. You know what I mean? At that point, I bet at that point, then you were on cameras. And they were following the situation.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I was going to say about Base though, the fact that they came down to help Steve or support Steve and Raj and their fight against the effort nationalists. Do you think that helps his behavior?
Well, like I said, if it's happened as you just described it to me, then no, the irony. I just put something in the back chat as well. It's quite an interesting story, Jedi. I don't know if you've done it earlier on when I wasn't listening, but it definitely is good to mention at some point.
What's it? Iran only female Olympic medalist calls out government's hypocrisy as she exits country permanently. Ooh, juicy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into that.
She defected yesterday or today, I think. Well, yesterday.
So where though?
The West.
Where in the West?
Fuck you know.
I haven't read the story.
Did she defect to Canada? Yeah.
She's defected though, so I don't know where she's gone. Actually, I didn't read fully into it. I've seen the story this morning.
What's the country's hypocrisy that she's called out?
Well, Iran, basically, I mean, after what happened with
a few people that's defected to Russia from America, though. So, like a few little chess games going on here.
So what athletes?
Well, athletes. I don't know if there's athletes, but there's been people.
Oh yeah, that's political, isn't it?
This seems a bit political too.
Yeah, well,
I mean, the timing seems a bit iffy, innit, don't you think?
From what I have the understanding, she says she's classed as a second-class citizen in Iran.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of stories that's coming out of them regions now is just you got to be careful, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I mean, when you break down what's happened in the last 2 weeks, though, so far the Iranians have managed to kill 130 plus of their own citizens, and at the same time killing no one from anywhere. Because obviously they've now admitted to shooting down a jet, an airliner, which killed 80 of their own nationals. Plus, there's been 50 crushed in the funeral procession. So that's 130.
So basically, when you're calling for us to start getting the troops ready, yeah?
Not at all. I'm just pointing out that I mean, since this skirmish has gone on, the Iranians have only succeeded in killing 130 plus of their own nationals, and plus maybe 100 internationals throughout the world, because obviously they took 160 down with a bunker.
Can I just quickly? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read this last story. I'm gonna turn off this stream because this is just the news hour, even though it's turned into 2 hours because of Braden. And then
put some clothes on.
Oh my God, what's going on?
What's happening in the news hour? Thank God for that.
Braden, man. Listen, man. This shoebox of yours. What's that tattoo then? What's that tattoo then, Braden? What is that?
Tribal thing, isn't it?
Nice British looking tattoo.
This awakens the spirits when the sun shines.
Is it?
Hey, show
Can we have a look? Can we look at it? Can we ever see? Is it Gaelic? What is that?
Celtic.
Celtic. What is it though?
That's the gods of humanity.
Who are they? Who are the gods of humanity?
The sun.
Whoa. Hold on a minute. Braden, let me see that sun, please. Let's have a look. Wait. Braden, can I have a look at that sun? Get it closer. Just a little bit closer.
Let's get a screenshot.
Braden,
Click it.
Screenshot that now.
Hold on.
Do you mean that sun?
Hold on. Listen, the lips and nose on that sun not looking very British at all.
No, of course it's not. Obviously, it's not British. You don't see Winston Churchill tattooed on me, do you?
What is it then?
Just go out the shower anyway.
Where does it represent?
Do you think I look
Nordic? Like me? No, your tattoo don't look Nordic. You look like you got a picture of me on your arm. No.
Are you the sun god?
I am. I'm the god of the sun.
The sun god.
I am, definitely. I bring the heat. Now, look, Braden, literally, you guys do me a favor, yeah? Just back out for a minute. Stay there. Yeah? Let's do an experiment now, Braden, yeah? Look at my face and then show your tattoo. Get closer, man, so you get in the screen. There you go, look. Now look at your face. Why don't you get something more culturally appropriate?
Oh, is it cultural appropriation now? So black men.
I said, why did you not get something more culturally appropriate?
Yeah. So this whole cultural appropriation thing.
No. Please. Answer the question. Why did you not get something more appropriate to your white European culture?
Because this is a thing, right? Now, let me just answer this question. It's what it is. It's a gotcha question, isn't it? It's a look. I've gotcha. This is a sun. This is not about human beings. I don't want human beings. These are symbols. The first human beings were Africans. Were those of African descent, right? We all agree that humanity started off in Africa. So the first drawings of the spirits that left were of Africans and of African descent. And then the chosen white people came along to save you all 25,000 years ago. That's where we're at.
No problem.
Tattoo thing, to be honest with you, if you want to go on about the tattoo, I was 19, 20 years old, 10 years ago, and I looked at the rock and I thought, that's a nice tattoo. I'm going to get the same one. That's about as far as
I thought that when I see it go. People just get tattoos though, don't they? They go, that looks nice.
Yeah. That was about as far as it went.
He was copying the rock. mixed race rock, right?
I
Yes.
wasn't,
Is that the white English rock or what? Is that a different rock?
Was you pissed? Was you pissed?
I don't yeah. I wasn't racially aware then. I wasn't aware of what's going on. Unfortunately, then I had no idea of what was going on. I was in my own materialistic lifestyle. It was about how I looked.
Is this before you joined ISIS and scaled the Houses of Parliament?
Oh fuck! He joined ISIS.
Is it, Braden?
No arrests have ever been made for me joining or supporting ISIS.
No. But is this before you were on top of the Houses of Parliament claiming?
You're talking about committing a criminal offence. If I had committed a criminal offence in public, I would have been arrested for it. There's no evidence because it doesn't exist that I was arrested for supporting ISIS. So what you're doing is slandering like the Daily Mail did. And when I went to the Daily Mail headquarters, I said, look, you've lied. You've slandered me. I could take you to court. And I didn't know that the court process for taking somebody to court for slander has a time gap. So you have to take them to court within a certain period of time, which I've missed. I didn't really care either because I just thought, you know what, my ego's not that big where for the slander I need to take a national newspaper to court. I just thought, you know what, they apologised to me in person. They said it was totally wrong, and that was enough for me.
What did you do?
Why didn't they print it? Why didn't they print it?
If anybody
Blazer, can I have a look at your beard? Can I have a look at your beard again? Is there ginger in that beard, Braden?
Definitely.
there is a little bit of ginger, yeah.
Oh, right.
Face is on it.
No, look at you blonde. You
Yeah,
blonde or
okay.
ginger? You blonde? You pure blonde or ginger, mate?
Yeah,
He's
now I
wearing
get it.
Robbie
Now
blonde.
I get it. It's the ginger gene. It's the ginger jihadi gene.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, because there's always a white ginger convert, right? Yeah, I know. So yeah, man 23 charged with trespassing after spending 8 hours wandering around on the roof of the House of Parliament. Braden, I don't want to dox you, so I'm not going to put your whole name out. Braden has been charged after a man was spotted on the roof of the Houses of Parliament. The 23-year-old was arrested on suspicion of criminal damage and trespassing and was charged on Sunday. It's not clear whether he was part of a climate change protest staged earlier in the day, which involved thousands. Anderson will appear.
All right, Jed, we've all seen this before now, man.
Oi!
Get in there. Yeah.
Where's the video? The video is fucking classic. Who was he talking to on the video, Braden? No, there he is. Look.
How the fuck did he get up there? Did he like scale it like Spider-Man or something? I'm not.
How did you get up there, Braden?
No, because us whites managed to do things everybody else is surprised by.
So that answers my question.
I'm surprised by this. I'll tell you that. You're just having a fucking chill. You're just proper having a chill out. Like you're just kicking back. Love it.
You could have got some lead off that roof.
Yeah,
plenty.
The thing is, what it basically boils down to is: do I generally believe I would be better at running the country than these muppets in there? Yes, and I take it to the point that that not.
It was a protest. It was a protest.
I was there to take it over.
Oh, there's a bunch of you up there.
Oh, but you did. But you definitely didn't say to them that you're part of ISIS, because I'm gonna get that story up in a minute.
Nah, it's obviously it's a lie, you know. Does that come on? I'm anti-Islam, so it doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah, but they were saying that you were clearly delusional and you suffer from bipolar. Is what they're saying in the story.
Yeah, but that's not a shock to know that, no disrespect, but Braden, you do suffer from mental illness occasionally. It's quite well known.
No, I mean, that's what you like to think, which is fine.
No, not in a bad way, Braden. It's all, mate. But I don't think this is fucking news at the moment.
So what you're doing, this is what makes me laugh about you retards such as.
I'm not listening. I'm asking questions.
No, not you. The people that claim to be the Tommy Sicko fans, like
shit.
I mean, the guy calls himself based. He's about as based as my left toe. Welshie, you are listening to the establishment narrative whilst claiming to be against the establishment. Do you realise how stupid that sounds? So the establishment tell you I'm mentally ill. The establishment tell you I'm an ISIS fan. It doesn't matter how much I tell you and clearly identify as a white Christian English nationalist, you're still going to listen to the establishment whilst claiming you're a donut.
I'm not believing the Daily Mail saying any ISIS bullshit. But I mean, I'm just saying, I've suffered from mental illness, and 25% of the population do suffer from mental illness.
I do too.
You know, that's all I was saying, Braden.
Braden, in this video, who are you talking to?
Well, clearly, if you see the other picture, you can clearly see me talking to the security services. You just showed the other
I don't see. Where's the security services?
So you can see who I'm talking to.
Yeah, at this point here, you're talking to them.
What you like to think is that I'm talking to myself, yeah?
There was bits where you was definitely talking to yourself. I seen the
Mate.
It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter. You've seen it before. I don't want to.
No, it doesn't matter because it's like we're talking about news. He's in the news, and I just wanted to see.
This was fucking how many years ago?
How many years ago was it, Braden? It's not relevant. If we talking about the news, it's not relevant to because remember he had some views on the Daily Mail, right? And I'd forgotten what stemmed. So he had some views about the Daily Mail. So I'm just reminding people, okay, he was actually on the Daily Mail, and this is why he knows it's a shit paper, because they reported to him. And I think it's actually good that he's had a right to reply, because I don't think no one has ever done this before.
Yeah, it's been done loads of times to Braden, man.
Has it, Braden? Sorry, I didn't know that.
Well, this is my first real proper time on Jedi's show, so I think he's well within his right to ask questions. No problem.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Settled a lot. You're just having a chill.
It's only fair. But you answer your own question, who you're talking to, while showing pictures of the people I was talking to is quite amusing.
Okay.
Is that I'm a madman, which clearly is evident that I'm not. I'm here talking as a layman, yes, but not a madman.
But to suffer from mental health doesn't mean you're a madman, though.
Mental health is subjective from the person telling you have a mental illness. I remember being locked up in psychiatric units by doctors that, when I spoke to them, they realised the whole 7-8 years that they went to university and college or whatever, they've been lied to. I've been taken against my will into an institution that is run by the state.
You were sectioned, yeah?
I've been sectioned. But not...
Okay, no. I'm just saying because I've had friends that have been sectioned. My cousin's been sectioned, so
some people do need to be sectioned, and others need to be heard. I wasn't one of them that needed to be.
You needed to be heard rather than sectioned.
Yeah, you can't. If somebody commits a crime, the law steps in. If any, not me, forget about me. But if somebody else has done nothing wrong, only is voicing their opinion, and the state takes them away for voicing their opinion and forcefully injects them with whatever substance that might be, only a very, very deluded person would say that is not wrong. No, it's totally wrong.
I think that is wrong, but
it is wrong. You can't.
Their argument would be it depends what you're saying. Like they say that they.
No. That wasn't the argument. That wasn't the argument.
Okay. Sorry, I should have let you finish. Sorry.
No, what it was, the problem was with who was listening to what I was saying. That was their problem. Because I'd set up a stall in the high street, and many people was telling their friends to come and listen to what
you got to say. Yeah,
I had groups of people come in, because it was only a small town. Nobody had really heard anything. It was this PC BBC lifestyle. Nobody had really come to them. I didn't have to knock on their door. They was told to come and listen to what I had to say. That was the problem. That was why the state took me. Now,
so it would shut your message down.
Because of what you were saying in the streets, it was like, oh, you're not well, blah blah blah. What kind of stuff was you saying, Braden?
Well, it wasn't what I was saying. It was the fact that people were listening and agreeing with me. So they had to say, look at the state. The state is here to police what you need to hear. What it's not about free speech doesn't exist. Everybody knows that. Free speech
that's true.
Is is put into a kind of thing until free speech is all right until people start listening. You're allowed your free speech on these channels, and we're talking to people. We all know each other. We've all met each other in person. Most people in the chat know us all. But if I was to go out in the high street like I did before and start talking what I'm talking about now, then you're going to start causing a problem, and then they're going to.
That is true.
I agree with you, man.
That's true. I agree with that.
We can have
I
our
definitely-
little groups and we can have our little chats, and that's all well and good. But the state only has a problem when you start talking to the normies.
I agree with you, man. I mean, me personally, I did think it was a bit funny to show the clip. I've showed it on one of my shows a few months back. But having you on here and knowing that we're going through the papers, we was wrapping up this segment. We've got to 2 hours. I thought it was quite interesting to ask you and put it to your face, because I kind of like to do that. You know what I mean? Don't want to talk behind your back or whatever. And I actually am glad that I have asked you questions on it and your answers. I'm not somebody to tell. I can't diagnose somebody as being mentally ill or having mental illness. Yeah. I won't lie. When I heard that you were bipolar, I thought, okay, this makes sense. But in no way am I trying to mock you for being bipolar. You could be bipolar and still be a cunt. Like that, and that's what people need to understand, because you don't know if somebody on this panel right now is bipolar. Do you know what I mean?
Which there is, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but we'll just keep it moving. So I just want people, because I'm seeing someone saying, "Oh, he's mocking bipolar." Nah. I'm not mocking bipolar. I'm normalizing language and letting people know that yeah, you can be bipolar and still be a mug. You know what I mean? Or you could be bipolar and it could actually explain some of the behavior that others find strange. And really we're just creating an awareness in it. So I mean, if you do suffer from any mental issues or whatever, please don't think I'm trying to stigmatize you. But if I do use that term incorrectly, I can be corrected and I can apologize. Do you know what I mean? Like because I know there's good people out here. And some of them are bipolar, some of them are not. Some people have personality disorders, some of them don't. Do you know what I mean? And really and truly, being bipolar doesn't mean that you're exempt from being criticized, critiqued, or even laughed at, just like the rest of us. Do you know what I mean? We all get laughed at and all get the mick taken out of us. And Braden's he's tough. He's got tough skin, mate.
Yeah, of course.
So don't cry for Braden. He can take it. He's here with his shirt off, with his Jedi tattoo on his arm, proud. You know what I mean?
And he's Budweiser.
I do believe we could talk about the mental institutions and
for
that,
days,
and people getting sent in there incorrectly and being forcibly injected and stuff like that, and whether even the medication itself works. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it does, but anyway, that's
We
my
can talk about all of that. But yeah, man.
One day, Jedi, we should do a topic.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna lock this show off. I want you guys to stay here. I'm gonna send the link in for the new show, which I'm gonna do straight away, and then we can keep it moving from there. But big up to the 110 people in the building. Please hit that like button. Just
big up.
Yeah, just go and hit the like button and be like, you know what, this was all right, innit? I mean, it could have been better. We didn't get through enough news stories, but Braden made it entertaining, Rambo made it entertaining, and Shizzle came with some good balance, and you know what I mean? And I'm just here to facilitate. Big up yourself.
We'll see you on the other stream, chat. Make sure you put the link in and join it, guys.
Yeah. All right, cool. Here we go.